What's up, fight fans? Single digits with a fight update and predictions video. One of my main tips that I'm going to give from the start is if you're going to make a video, make sure your microphone is on. This is like my second one that I've done because I didn't realize that I stupidly had not turned on my mic. Live and learn. But let's get right into it. UFC 285, Jones versus Gain. This is on Saturday. This fight, well, if you're watching this video, this fight is tomorrow. This is the return of Jon Jones. He is fighting at heavyweight now. He was the light heavyweight champion. There's a whole history behind him. I'm not going to get super into those details. I just want to kind of break apart the fight and what I think is going to happen. If you know UFC or if you know MMA, there's a good chance you know who Jon Jones is. Cyril Gane, he is the last person to have fought Francis Ngannou, who was the heavyweight champion before contractual, stuff happened and he couldn't renew with the UFC, and there's like back and forth. So Francis Ngannou vacated the belt and left the UFC. So Cyril Gane is fighting Jon Jones for the vacant heavyweight belt. Cyril Gane did not beat Francis Ngannou. He lost to him. And he lost to him in a weird way, which I'll talk about. But what does this mean? Jon Jones has been off for 3 years. That means he's had 3 years to put on weight, to train under a new weight, to do it at a gradual pace, which I think is super smart. You saw Israel Adesanya move up from middleweight to light heavy to fight Jan Blachowicz, and it didn't work out. He didn't cut weight to make light heavyweight. He kind of just walked right in. Jan, bigger guy, cut weight down to 205, and then, like many fighters do, they make weight, then they rehydrate, they bulk back up. Jan was probably, I would guess, anywhere from 225 to, maybe 240 pounds, versus Israel Adesanya, who was weighing, the light heavyweight 205 pounds. So that's a big difference, and it showed. He just, he got smothered, he got dominated, he couldn't get anything off, couldn't get comfortable, couldn't deal with the wrestling. So, yeah. Jon Jones, on the other hand, took 3 years off to bulk up. Not only being the best, in my opinion, to do it, he took the time to grow, literally. And I'm very interested to see what happens, because one of the X factors is ring rust. It's something that a lot of people talk about. You don't fight for a long time. Then when you get into the cage and you do have a fight, you move slower. You don't move as fast or, as technically sound. The pressure, the lights, that is a thing for some people. There's many fighters who don't believe that ring rust is real. They think it's all in your head. I think Dominic Cruz is one of those. He doesn't believe in ring rust. He thinks if you're good, you're good. It doesn't matter how long you take between your fights. You're good. You can do it. I think ring rust is a factor in some respects, and we're going to see if Jon Jones suffers under that. He's had some close fights, like I said. He fought Alexander Gustafsson the first time, and that I thought Alexander Gustafsson won. He fought Dominic Reyes. That was super close. People thought Dominic won. Thiago Santos again. Maybe. But the thing is, Jon Jones is a beast. He's an animal. And regardless of what you think about the stuff that happens outside of the ring or cage, or any of the other things that affect him, he's been popped and stuff and suspended for, Turinabol or whatever performance enhancing things. He's got hit with that picogram nonsense, which was crazy. So he has a lot of asterisks next to his wins, but he wins, and he wins dominantly. I think he's got a really good shot to take this one. Cyril Gane is great. He's very good. But his wrestling's bad. I mean, his fight with Francis Ngannou, he got wrestled, and everybody was kind of shocked. I think Cyril Gane was even shocked because Francis Ngannou is a power striker. You know, he's the scariest man alive, the strongest punch ever. He's going to boxing to, try it out there. But he wrestled Gane and he beat him. So I think that's a big factor too because as and Francis Ngannou is not a wrestler, and Jon Jones is a phenomenal wrestler. I mean, this guy took down Daniel Cormier. It was a light heavyweight fight, but still, he took him down. And Daniel Cormier is arguably the best wrestler in MMA, or was in MMA before he retired. I remember seeing him, throw what's his face there, the War Master, Josh Barnett, just pick him up and like throw him over his head. And he's shorter, smaller than Josh Barnett, and he ragdolled him. And Jon Jones took him down and punished him and beat him up and all of that stuff. So I don't think Cyril Gane has anything for Jon Jones if Jon Jones decides to wrestle. Which leads me to my next point. Jon Jones is not stupid. He knows how to fight. He will fight a good fight, and if he's losing somewhere, he's going to figure it out, make adjustments, and do the damn thing. His close fights that I had mentioned, I think was a little bit of pride and a little bit of safety, but a motivated Jon Jones who wants to win. And like the best you've seen him was when he fought Daniel Cormier, because those two just hated each other and they have a rivalry and all this stuff, and he was arguably the best there. He's motivated for this one to get that heavyweight belt and become a champ. I would not want to be Cyril Gane. So yeah, I think the pick here is Jon Jones for sure. I would put it at 98%. I mean, this guy just does not lose. He always finds a way to win. If he's not destroying you, he'll find a way to win, even in a close match. But yeah, I don't see this going any other way than Jon Jones winning. There's a poll here. Who do you have in the UFC 85 main event? Jones by KO, TKO, Jones by sub, Jones by decision. I'm going to go Jones by sub just from the wrestling, like I said. People think decision mostly. Some people are voting for Gane. I mean, it is fighting. Anything can happen. I think the likely scenario is Jones by sub. Jones never had really heavy hands. He could rock you. He could, get a flash KO, knock you down. But he's never really been that much of a KO artist. But his wrestling is sound, and he can submit you and choke you out. I mean, he choked Lyoto Machida unconscious with a standing guillotine, which was insane. So I see him winning by submission. I'm not going to put a round on it, but yeah, that's how I see it going. I'm not going to talk too much about the rest of the card because, like I said, it's kind of one of those, this is the main event. This is the thing everybody's coming and tuning in for. Valentina Shevchenko, she's gonna beat Alexa Grasso. I don't feel like she's another one. She's kind of like Amanda Nunes. There's just, unless she has like an off night or something wild happens, I don't really see Valentina losing her belt. I'm interested in the Jeff Neal Rachmanov fight. Rachmanov, whatever how you pronounce his name. This guy's crazy. He's coming up. He's another Kazakhstani, fighter. These guys are wild. You can see by his record: 16-0, 8 TKOs, 8 submissions, 0 decisions. I think Jeff Neal is in for a tough night here. A lot of people are scared to fight this guy, so we'll see. What is this? I mean, there's some other good ones. Bo Nickel and Jamie Pickett. That's a good fight. Jalen Turner. Gamrot, I believe, is a fill-in. I think his original opponent was it, I don't remember. But Gamrot is a fill-in, last minute fill-in replacement. Cody Garbrandt, he kind of fell off the horse there. Derek Brunson and Duplessis, that's going to be a very interesting fight. Derek is a beast. He's always in the top. That's going to be a good fight. So there's good fights, all the way down. There's some really good fights. But yeah, this is the main event. Jon Jones. And I think he's going to win. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree, disagree? And much like my other video where I predicted or gave my analysis on Volkanovski versus Islam Makhachev, which I was right on both of those calls. I had Makhachev winning, and I also had Yair Rodriguez winning. I have Jon Jones winning this by submission. Let me know what you think. Sub, ring the bell, comment, like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.